For no-tent termite treatment, call Pacific Coast Termite. Get a free inspection and a free Echo Dot smart speaker.
She knows what she's talking about. Pacific Coast Termite is the ideal solution to treat your termites. They use orange oil and Ultraset instead of fumigating. No need to bag your food, pack up your linens. And best of all, the family, the pets, the houseplants all stay safe at home. And listen to this offer available only on radio.com. Call Pacific Coast Termite now at 800-PACIFIC for a free termite inspection and receive a free Echo Dot smart speaker. You know.
Free Echo Dot smart speaker for all your digital audio.
The free Echo Dot offer is while supplies last. So call now or go to PacificCoastTermite.com. And when you schedule your termite treatment, you will receive 10% off plus a free 2-year guarantee. Call now for your free inspection, your 10% discount. And when you mention radio.com, you get a free Echo Dot smart speaker. Restrictions apply.
Call 800-PACIFIC or go to PacificCoastTermite.com. That's 800-PACIFIC. That's 800-PACIFIC.
Restrictions apply.
Are you feeling unsure about when you need to wear a mask, when to stay 6 feet apart, and when to keep gatherings small? The answer is simple. You need to do all three anytime you're with someone you don't live with, inside or out, even with family and friends. When you wear a mask and spread out and keep gatherings small, you're helping slow the spread of COVID-19. Learn more at coronavirus.wa.gov. A message from the state of Washington.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jeffrey Epstein Show. I'm your host, Bobby Capucci, and this is a morning update. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everyone. Sorry about the late drop today. I had some running around to do, some last-minute wagers that had to be placed. Just doing Ginzaloon shit. That's, how Italian people act on Sundays. Typical during football season. We have to get up, have to get our coffee, and then, of course, we have to go to our bookie, because that is just ingrained in us. So the only two people I have on speed dial, my bookie and my mom. Typical Italiano. All right, everybody. So, did you guys really think Les Wexner and the new report was going to escape me and get by me? Of course it's not. Of course I'm about to eviscerate this man once again. Of course I'm about to let you all know that Les Wexner is a piece of shit. Right? Of course I'm going to light this dude up on the podcast today. Folks, have no fear. That is exactly what we do on the Jeffrey Epstein Show. We turn the predator into the prey. And to be honest with you, nobody has been going full court press on these clowns the way we have here on the podcast. Glenn Dubin, this Wexner idiot. For months now, we've been letting them have it. And to see that there's some finally there's some give, and finally these guys are facing the scrutiny that they deserve, well, that is music to our ears, folks. So, let's jump into this article and see just exactly why Les Wexner is a scumbag today. One of the many reasons, but let's see why he's a scumbag today. The article is from the Daily Mail, and the author of the article is Keith Griffith. The headline, Fallen Angels. Victoria's Secret owner Les Wexner, 82, failed to stop Jeffrey Epstein's attempts to recruit women and ignored complaints about exec who told model Bella Hadid, forget the panties, and groped another's crotch. Boy, look at that environment that he has over there at Victoria's Secret, folks. And we're to believe that Jeffrey Epstein, king of the pedophiles, was not using Victoria's Secret for a fertile hunting ground for young ladies? Stop it, okay? Mr. Wexner, you're a liar in my opinion, okay? And what you let occur to Maria Farmer will never be forgotten. I will be screaming it from the rooftops until the day you go away, my friend, because I have to tell you right now, it is unconscionable what Maria Farmer went through, and it is unconscionable that you and your disgustoid wife sat back and let it occur. A bombshell report has accused Victoria's Secret owner Les Wexner, 82, of ignoring rampant sexual harassment of the line's angel models and other misconduct within the company. Wexner and Ed Razek, his right-hand man at the parent company L Brands, presided over an entrenched culture of misogyny, bullying, and harassment, according to the lengthy report on Saturday from the New York Times. Oh, the New York Times, huh? The Gray Lady finally showing her face. Welcome to the party, Gray Lady. About time you showed up with your substantial resources. How about you go after Wexner fully now, huh? Full court press, the same way the English media goes after the prince. Why don't you go after the Prince of America here and go after Wexner? That would be nice. A little help would be nice, huh? The Times cites interviews with more than 30 current and former executives, employees, contractors, and models, as well as court filings and other documents. The reports say that Wexner appeared to turn a blind eye to complaints that Razik harassed angels, including Bella Hadid, and seemed to do nothing about his former associate, the late sex criminal Jeffrey Epstein, attempting to recruit women. Of course he turned a blind eye, folks. Of course he didn't do anything to stop Jeffrey Epstein. He was part of the ongoing criminal conspiracy. Okay, could I be any clearer? Do I have to be any clearer about what was going on here, folks, and who was at the top? Wexner was the point man for the mega group, in my opinion. That is exactly what was going on. Of course he turned a blind eye, because he was also part of the conspiracy. How about that? A representative for Wexner did not immediately respond to a request for comment from DailyMail.com, and he declined to comment to the Times through a representative. So now you see what was motivating him to stepping down, and it wasn't because he was a good guy and he felt bad. No, he knew this report was coming out in the Times. He got tipped off to it, and he figured he'd try to mitigate that by saying, oh, well, I'm stepping down anyway, and I'm just going to fade into the back room, and that'll be it. Wrong. You're going to answer for what you've done, sir. You are going to answer for what you have done, Mr. Wexner. Razik strenuously denies the allegations, telling the Times the accusations in this reporting are categorically untrue, misconstrued, or taken out of context. Yeah, I highly doubt it. You groping one of these ladies' private regions and telling Bella Hadid to get rid of the panties. I'm sure none of that ever occurred, because you just, you're hanging out with these people and being another rich elitist. You don't ever think that you can just do what you want, right? You're just, in charge of everything. That's exactly how you feel, Mr. Razik. Nobody believes you. I've been fortunate to work with countless world-class models and gifted professionals and take great pride in the mutual respect we have for each other. Razik continued, declining to comment on a detailed list of allegations. Funny, nobody's falling over themselves to come out and defend you, Mr. Razik. You have no defenders, you have no proof of anything, and the charges are piling up for you and your old-ass, disgusting boss. Wexner is the founder and CEO of L Brands, which is the parent company of Victoria's Secret, Bath & Body Works, and Pink. Razik, 71, is the former chief marketing officer of the parent company, and for 27 years was in charge of casting the Victoria's Secret Angels. He resigned last summer after public criticism of his reluctance to hire transgender and plus-sized models. So wait a minute. That's what got him to step down? Because he didn't want to hire transgender or plus-size models? Never mind that he was abusing people. Never mind that he was working for Epstein and Wexner. But he doesn't want transgenders involved or plus-size models. So now it's time for him to go. I mean, I'm glad that he's gone, and he shouldn't be, discriminating against anybody. But let's be honest here, folks. Let's get our priorities straight, huh? On multiple occasions, Wexner was heard demeaning women, the Times reports, and Razik is accused of more outrageous behavior. This is all par for the course. We saw the way Andrew was making fun of cancer patients. We saw the way Andrew was talking about Virginia Roberts. And we know that these upper crust so-called elites, that's how they feel about us. They don't care about you, folks. They don't care about me. They only care about power and status. In 2018, supermodel Bella Hadid was being fitted at the annual Victoria's Secret fashion show when Razik said, "Forget the panties," according to 3 people present. Sitting on a couch, he also wondered aloud whether the TV network would allow her to walk down the runway with those perfect, I don't want to say the word, boobies, I guess I'll use, the people said, though one disagreed and believes he said perfect breasts. Yeah, highly doubt he said perfect breasts. This is not the guy the sort of guy that's going to use the correct anatomical pronunciations, okay? This is the kind of guy that's definitely crass, one of these old-ass elitists who sit around and think it's okay to do whatever they want, to whoever they want, whenever they want. So I highly doubt he said perfect breasts, okay? At the same fitting, Razik placed his hand on another model's underwear-covered crotch, 3 people said. A human resources complaint was filed over Razik, detailing more than a dozen allegations, the Times reported. Yeah, but he built so many other relationships, folks. We just haven't heard from those people. He's a real good guy. Never mind the dozen allegations against him. At castings, Razik sometimes asked models in their bras and underwear for their phone numbers. 3 people who witnessed his advances told the Times. He urged others to sit on his lap. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people? Can't you just be a professional? And if you can't be a professional and you can't handle the job of working around beautiful women, then don't take that job. All right? Let a woman have that job who is not going to abuse these women and treat them like they're pieces of crap. These are just people trying to do a job, all right? Just because they're models and they're dressed like that doesn't give this sick old pervert the permission to do whatever he wants and treat them however he wants. It's absolutely disgusting. What was the most alarming to me, as someone who was always raised as an independent woman, was just how ingrained this behavior was. Casey Crowe Taylor, a former public relations employee at Victoria's Secret, who said she had witnessed Rezik's conduct firsthand, told the Times on the record. This abuse was just laughed off and accepted as normal. It was almost like brainwashing, and anyone who tried to do anything about it was just ignored. That wasn't just ignored, they were punished. Again, this is how they roll. They use their power and their influence to keep everybody else under their thumb. And if you're a model trying to break into the business and these are the people you're working with, I feel really sorry for you, because you're going to be exploited. It's not if, it's when. Okay? Jean-Luc Brunel, MC2, all of these groups, all of these modeling groups need a good, hard cleansing, because the way the girls are treated, especially these girls that come from war-torn areas and places that are affected by severe poverty, the way that they're treated is absolutely, positively unacceptable. Taylor says that in 2015, Razik confronted her at a company buffet lunch and berated her for getting up for seconds. He told the 5'10", 140-pound PR staffer that she needed to lay off the pasta and bread as dozens of coworkers looked on, she said. Whoa, hold on a minute here. Oh, lay off the pasta and the bread? That's a good way to catch a slap by an Italian. Pasta and bread, that's the staple. 5'10" and 140 pounds, and you're telling her she needs to lay off pasta and bread? I don't care if she's 5'4", 350 pounds. If she wants to eat pasta and bread, it's not your business, okay? She's not one of your models. She was a PR staffer, this lady. And he's telling her what she has to eat and that she shouldn't eat this or eat that. My man, have you taken a look in the mirror? Have you taken a look in the mirror, Mr. Rezik? All right? You're 5,000 years old. You're an ugly son of a bitch, and you're sitting here telling these people how they should live their lives? Newsflash, buddy, you're a chump. Taylor says her complaint to Human Resources appeared to go nowhere, and that she quit the company a few weeks later. Look, I used to tell my employees this all the time. Human Resources is not there for you. They're there to protect the company. Always remember that, folks. The Human Resources Department is there to protect the corporation or company, not you. And it's a hard lesson a lot of people have to learn, and I had to learn it at one point in my life as well. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes to situations like this, Human Resources is never going to help you, unfortunately. Wexner's connection to Epstein. Epstein, who ran a purported hedge fund, never had any publicly disclosed clients as a money manager other than billionaire Wexner. Last year, Wexner accused Epstein of misappropriating vast sums of his fortune while managing his personal finances and said he had cut ties with Epstein a decade prior. Liar. Straight up liar. I'll say it on the record. I think you're a liar, Mr. Wexner. I don't believe anything Wexner says. I don't believe anything his wife says. And I don't believe anybody who is acting in a spokesperson's capacity for him. I don't believe anything they say either. Wexner is a straight up liar, and he is involved in this, boy, let me tell you how deeply. All the way up to his neck. That's my opinion. I know now that my trust in him was grossly misplaced, and I deeply regret having ever crossed his path, Wexner wrote in a letter to members of his charitable foundation, which focuses on the development of Jewish professionals and volunteer leaders. So, Your faith in him, your trust in him was grossly misplaced, but you continue to work with him for all of those years, and you never even reported that he stole the money from you? Wexner, come on. Quit trying to save face. Come forward. Do the right thing like your buddy the Prince. Come forward. The both of you need to do the right thing and answer questions. But of course you won't. You'll hide behind your money, you'll hide behind your status, and you'll hide behind the mega group, because that is what you do. At your core, sir, Mr. Wexner, at your core, just like Jeffrey Epstein and all these other clowns that were involved, you are a coward. Straight up coward, all of you. Wexner is known to have sold Epstein the Manhattan mansion where he hosted his infamous parties. For over a decade, from 1995 through 2006, Epstein lied to aspiring models that he worked for Victoria's Secret and could help them land gigs, according to the Times. I had spent all of my savings getting Victoria's Secret lingerie to prepare for what I thought would be my audition. A woman identified as Jane Doe said in a statement read aloud last summer in federal court hearing in the Epstein case, but instead it seemed like a casting call for prostitution. I felt like I was in hell, she said. 3 L Brands executives told the Times that Wexner was alerted to Epstein's sick and predatory behavior as early as the mid-90s, but that there was no sign he ever took action. Of course he didn't take action, folks. He was involved in running this operation. Wexner was certainly involved, certainly had an idea of what was going on. Do you really think a man as powerful as Wexner, who gave Epstein all of his finances to manage and gave Epstein complete and utter unfettered access to Victoria's Secret models, you really think he didn't know what was going on? Come on, guys. We're not that naive, all right? We're not going to believe it. We're not believing his stories. None of it makes sense. All you have to do is go back and listen to what Maria Farmer said about the Wexners and what happened to her on their property, all right? That alone should be enough for you for us to want to show up with the pitchforks and the tar and get rid of this guy. But as of yet, none of that's happened. He's still the king of Columbus, Ohio, even though everybody knows what he was doing. Epstein died behind bars in August 2019, a little over a month after he was arrested and charged with sex trafficking dozens of underage girls as young as 14 from at least 2002 to 2005. His death was officially ruled a suicide. Yeah, okay. In July 2019, the L Brands board hired an outside law firm to investigate what role Epstein played at the company. The findings have not been made public. Of course they haven't. An outside company. That means one of Wexner's buddies' companies to come in and investigate themselves, basically. How many times do we talk about that here on the podcast? All of these people, it's the same deal, folks. Oh, we're going to investigate ourselves. Don't worry. We're going to come forward with our findings, and we'll be truthful. No, we don't know that. We don't trust you, okay? Guess what? I'm pretty sure I could speak for everybody who's following this case at this point. We do not trust you, Wexner. We do not trust any of you, okay? You're all liars. I don't believe a word any of these people say at this point. Wexner is the longest-serving CEO of a Standard & Poor's 500 company, having served as CEO for more than 5 decades. He founded what would eventually become L Brands in 1963, with the limited retail store, according to the company's website. Oh, yeah, isn't that nice? Just the American dream, right? He really hit the ball out of the park. This Mr. Wexner, how dare you? He built this whole company from one store. Nobody cares. I don't care. All right. All that matters is what he has been involved with. All that matters is the way he enabled Jeffrey Epstein, and all that matters is that he faces justice just like anybody else would. You are not above the law, Mr. Wexner, and guess what, my man? You are on the clock. All right, everybody. If you'd like to contact me, you can do that at bobbycapucci@protonmail.com. That's BOBBYCAPUCCI@protonmail.com. If you would like to help support the podcast, you can do that by clicking on the link inside of the description box and following the GoFundMe. All right, everybody. I will be back later on for the daily drop after the big game tonight. And we'll get back at it. Hope everybody has an amazing Sunday, and if you're watching the ball game, enjoy. And for those of you listening in places where this coronavirus is cracking off, those of you listening in China and the surrounding countries, please, please, please be safe. I've been watching the situation, and it's turning into something that's pretty scary, folks. And I'm thinking maybe it might even warrant a few podcasts on it to talk about some of the nonsense going around, the conspiracies and the fact, and try and get down to what is the truth and what is not, because it's turning into a pretty scary situation. So I'm definitely keeping my eye on that. I have received some emails from you folks about that situation over there, and I am keeping an eye on it. And of course, I'm certainly not a doctor, but I've discovered some pretty interesting articles, and maybe I'll jump on and share those with you in the next few days. So, all right, everybody, enjoy your day, and I will talk to you later on.
Looking for a change of scenery? Scottsdale, Arizona's vast Sonoran Desert offers you plenty of sunshine and room to roam. Start your day with a sunrise hike in the lush McDowell Sonoran Preserve. Soak up the sounds of nature on a Salt River kayaking trip. Or savor innovative cuisine on a sun-drenched restaurant patio. And with the holidays coming, Scottsdale's decked out with plenty of seasonal cheer to brighten your days and nights. Visit holidaysinscottsdale.com. Looking for a change of scenery? Scottsdale, Arizona's vast Sonoran Desert offers you plenty of sunshine and room to roam. Start your day with a sunrise hike in the lush McDowell Sonoran Preserve. Soak up the sounds of nature on a Salt River kayaking trip. Or savor innovative cuisine on a sun-drenched restaurant patio. And with the holidays coming, Scottsdale's decked out with plenty of seasonal cheer to brighten your days and nights. Visit holidaysinscottsdale.com.